Dr. Scott's career at Imhotep Charter High School was one of the greatest in the storied history of Philadelphia scholastic basketball. He was very good early on. The University of South Carolina offered Dante a scholarship when he was just a sophomore. Over the next couple of years, he would receive offers from LaSalle, St. Joseph's, Temple, Seton Hall, Penn State, Auburn, Florida, and Maryland, among many others. During his college visits, he really wouldn't say much during discussions about his academic background and goals. Then one day, while visiting Penn State, Dante took full control. As we prepared to walk into a meeting with the academic advising staff, Dante said, "I got it." He proceeded to thoroughly discuss his learning style and deftly probed the academic counseling staff regarding their approach and the supports they had in place. From that moment forward, his mentor, Howard Hudson, and I took a back seat, and Dante assumed full control of the academic aspects of his recruitment and college selection process. Ultimately, he chose the University of Maryland. His decision was based in large part on the level of comfort he felt with the academic support staff at Maryland. Dante's book, Wired Differently, is his way of sharing some of the lessons he's learned along the way. Every parent of a young student that learns differently, or parents of students struggling in school, should read what Dante has to say. He offers very useful and practical advice. Dante Scott's career at Imhotep Charter High School was one of the greatest in the storied history of Philadelphia scholastic basketball. He was very good early on. The University of South Carolina offered Dante a scholarship when he was just a sophomore. Over the next couple of years, he would receive offers from LaSalle, St. Joseph's, Temple, Seton Hall, Penn State, Auburn, Florida, and Maryland, among many others. During his college visits, he really wouldn't say much during discussions about his academic background and goals. Then one day, while visiting Penn State, Dante took full control. As we prepared to walk into a meeting with the academic advising staff, Dante said, "I got it." He proceeded to thoroughly discuss his learning style and deftly probed the academic counseling staff regarding their approach and the supports they had in place. From that moment forward, his mentor, Howard Hudson, and I took a back seat, and Dante assumed full control of the academic aspects of his recruitment and college selection process. Ultimately, he chose the University of Maryland. His decision was based in large part on the level of comfort he felt with the academic support staff at Maryland. Dante's book, Wired Differently, is his way of sharing some of the lessons he's learned along the way. Every parent of a young student that learns differently, or parents of students struggling in school, should read what Dante has to say. He offers very useful and practical advice. Dante Scott's from LaSalle, St. Joseph's, Temple, Seton Hall, Penn State, Auburn, Florida, and During his college visits, he really wouldn't say much during discussions about his academic background and goals. Then one day, while visiting Penn State, Dante took full control. As we prepared to walk into a meeting with the academic advising staff, Dante said, "I got it." He proceeded to thoroughly discuss his learning style and deftly probed the academic counseling staff regarding their approach and the supports they had in place. From that moment forward, his mentor, Howard Hudson, and I took a back seat, and Dante assumed full control of the academic aspects of his recruitment and college selection process.
For MCS, the voice is all on the book. MCS will go with Trent Middleton, Jaheim Bethayan, Johnson Wesley, Sean Burton, Not today, my man. We're going to start today's game with a technical foul. And Imhotep still.
I don't know if you're prepared at all.
I don't know where you've been playing. Ahmad Noel triggers. Ahmad Noel downhill with no help on the baseline.
That's an offensive foul. Ahmad Noel has had a tendency. I love his game. Has a really bright future. He has a tendency to get too physical at times and not use his speed, and he got caught there with the chicken wing for the offensive foul.
The weight disparity on that defender probably helped a little bit too. Jaheim Bethea triggers against Barno. Jaheim Bethea is handling pressure well. To Trent Middleton down the lane. Pull up. No good. Ooh, blocked at the rim by Justin Edwards.
This is the pace I was talking about for MCS. I'm not sure they can keep this up, but they had two huge opportunities.
And Raphael,
usually a starter, they went bigger with Mo Abdullah today.
Looks like we're going to get Mo Abdullah back in here at the next dead.
Raphael is a Division II commit to Gannon University out of Erie.
For
nice combo guard.
Kelvin Jefferson is doing a great job at Gannon University. He's doing a great job of getting local talent. Raphael
this
just
is a
had
frenetic pace right now, Marcos.
Chauncey's on the ball. Trent Middleton's guarding Justin Edwards. Big height disparity for Trent Middleton. They're switching on the ball. Help at the rim here. Trent at the...
Marcos here early in the game in the first quarter. Imhotep jumped out when MCS tried to play the twos to the man-to-man
and gets right back.
The ball down to the rim, out of control. Neither one were able to convert. They missed a couple threes. MCS answers, but MCS wasn't able to convert the last three. They're 0 for their last three, and all three of them were inside the paint.
Ronnie Raphael triggers. Justin Edwards on the right block against Trent Middleton. Shake and bake. Ooh.
Got him on the arm. Justin Edwards with a nice spin move to get his jumper off, falling away, but he gets caught on the arm. He'll get two.
You know, a lot of times, we both coach, when you don't give kids an assignment and you tell them that they're in a zone, they think they get a night off.
Well, Marcus, I played the 2-3 zone for 9 years at Holy Family, so I'm not used to walking in the gyms and seeing 2-3 zones played the way MCS was playing it, but I respect them doing it. I respect them doing it because they have the big fella and he can clog the lane, but that 2-3 zone wasn't, it wasn't intimidating Imhotep at all.
No. You think maybe it was because MCS doesn't go as deep as Imhotep?
I would think it has something to do with their depth, and I also think it has something to do with their defense.
Great pass by Bethea on the break.
Bethea with the left-handed bounce pass threads the needle.
Jaheim Bethea.
And it's 12-10 Imhotep with 1:30 left here in the first quarter.
Bethea's playing a great floor game. Crawley's got a show on that skill.
Ahmad Noel.
Abdullah with the turnover on the wing. Just a little indecisive on the...
Abdullah travels, and now MCS with a chance to tie the game here.
Trent Middleton triggers. We got a minute and a half left in the first quarter. 10-2. Ooh. Referees are quick with the whistle. Turnover on
Marcos,
Bethea.
they said friends and family only here today. I'm not really sure. These teams have this. A lot of friends and family.
Extended family. Great healthy atmosphere here for some good public league basketball. Justin Edwards with the ghost screen on the wing. No good. Offensive rebound.
Are very good players, young, inexperienced, but they're good players and they play their role well.
Jaheim Bethea along the right sideline, left sideline. Jaheim Bethea gets in the lane. No foul. Crawley over to nothing. Trent Middleton with the deflection, but right in the hands of Raphael. Raphael gets in the lane, hits the Mo Abdullah for three, and it's good. 17-10, just that quick. See, that's the thing about Imhotep. They can put points on the board quick. You gotta play a good floor game. You can't get in the lane like you said.
You saw Bethea, that drive, out of control. That's what I was talking about early. That's what got them in trouble early, and it gets them in trouble here late as they fall behind by 7 with 36 seconds left.
Coach Diggs and Coach Noble both up. I don't think they're gonna take a seat this game. They're both giving instructions. Great staffs on both sides. Coach John Dennis also giving instruction. Ooh, good pass. Wow, great pass.
Wow, terrific
Great
pass
by
Asim
Burton.
Terrific look. Imhotep should hold for the last here.
Burton as a sophomore is very good. Khalif Crawley stays vertical. Ooh.
And we'll come to the end of the first quarter
Frenetic
with
pace,
Imhotep
RC.
leading 17-12. Marcos, what did you think about the last minute and a half there for Imhotep?
They could put points on the board quick. If MCS doesn't play their type of game, they're gonna see you can't trade baskets with them. For every shot that MCS is getting at the rim, Imhotep's getting 3. So they've got to be able to slow it down. They got to get it inside to Crawley. If you're playing 3-point line to 3-point line with Imhotep, they're gonna get to put their fair share of points on the board. If you get it inside to Crawley and you force them to take it out along the baseline, at least it gives them a chance to get back on defense.
I just thought that, when MCS slowed it down, got into the pick and roll, moved the ball side to side, they got into the paint, they got balls on the baseline, they scored at the rim. When they started going one-on-one because Imhotep forced the pace to
Downhill,
pace to pick up. When Imhotep forced that, MCS made no passes. They didn't make any. The decision making wasn't good, and they threw shots up at the rim. Imhotep got out in the break and got 2 wide open threes. One from Edwards, one from Abdullah.
So I think a little bit of that is fool's gold, right? They force you downhill, but then they get help at the rim, right? So they're forcing you downhill, and you're thinking, oh, I got something. I might have an advantage, and then they're putting 6'8" at the rim, and they got size and length at the rim, so then, you're not getting the shot that you thought that you were going to get. They've got to be able to jump stop. They've got to be able to reverse pivot, a little bit of Villanova, and be able to throw it back and then get secondary attack.
Well, there's been no jumps, 2-foot jump stops in this game. No, sir. We are going all the way to the rim.
MCS with Hamid Sneed triggering. Looks like they've got 4 underclassmen.
This kid right here, I'll tell you what.
He's growing up right in front of us.
I didn't know much about him, but this kid got something with him.
Yes, he is. Asim Burton looks to be MCS's
6'2" sophomore.
I think he's their leading scorer. Number 13, Makai Taylor with the 3. No good. MCS has got 4 underclassmen out there with Khalif. Oh, turnover by Asim Burton. Foul out the rim on Chauncey.
Coach Noble went back to his backcourt with the 17-12 lead, and Ahmad Noel will go to the foul line to shoot 2. Right now, Imhotep has Ramir Barno, Ahmad Noel, Justin Edwards, sophomore Mikey Taylor, and number 11, Mo Abdullah, the rider commit. Mo Abdullah with the offensive rebound, out to Noel.
Offensive foul
with
Noel
another
again.
offensive foul.
14-18 Imhotep. Ahmad Noel with his second foul early in the second quarter.
I'm very close with Tashid Carr, Ahmad's mentor and big brother. I talked to him about this when they were playing Reading. His physical presence when you're playing in the PIAA and the pub, these officials aren't used to it, and some of it has to do with him not pushing off. He's just stronger,
He's strong,
so any
yeah,
contact
yeah,
is going to
yeah.
make guys that don't
Yeah.
get in the weight room, they're going to fly back.
They are.
And that's a tough thing for that kid to pick up 2 offensive fouls early in this game.
Jaheim Bethea trying to get open. Asim Burton triggers to Chauncey Presley. Here we go, Khalif Crawley on the baseline, and 1! RC, that's got to be the key, RC. That's got to be the key. Between Asim Burton and Khalif Crawley, that's where MCS is getting their baskets from. I got to imagine they've got 14 out of the 16 for MCS.
Deuce Crowley has been unbelievable, showing patience and touch around the rim. The big fella right now holds offers from UMBC, St. Peter's, Howard, and NJIT, as well as some local Division IIs. The big fella can really, really play.
Some
and
really
he has
good
great
schools.
touch.
Great schools on that list. Howard and NJIT, really good academic schools. Really proud of that young man for taking care of his classwork.
He's obviously done that, and Coach Diggs is known for making that happen down at MCS.
No question.
Edwards with the
Justin
ISO,
Edwards
Marcos.
triggers on the right block. Oh, offensive reach, strong rebound. Lost it out of bounds to MCS. Chauncey Presley to inbound.
I've seen Imhotep multiple times this season, and I haven't seen Edwards do as much as that mid-post game. I haven't seen that much out of him this year. I really like what he's done so far on the right mid-post, trying to get himself to the baseline or trying to spin back for the fall-away jumper, because obviously he has one of the prettiest strokes in the country.
Imhotep backs up their pressure to half court now. Chauncey Presley in the lane to Bethea on the right wing. Seen Bethea with the pull-up, no good. Justin Edwards with the rebound. Chauncey Presley with the cheap foul.
Marcos, that guy has to get going. I don't. These are young kids. I'm not going to call anybody out, but he's had the ball in his hand an awful lot. Jaheim Bethea has not been able to finish, has not been able to put away the mid-range jumper, and for MCS to pull this upset off, they're going to need him to start scoring some of those buckets.
Yeah, some of that is Imhotep's pressure. I think they're going to key on Bethea to make it hard on him. They're bringing secondary help. As soon as he gets in the paint, they're giving secondary help. Trent Middleton doing a really good job on Justin Edwards, and just like that, Justin gets to the baseline. Trent gets a piece of it from behind. Jaheim Bethea in the lane, gets fouled.
But there we go again, Marcos. Yes, he's going to get 2 free throws, but
Not the best
But
decision.
not the decision making, because when the ball has been in Burton's hands, when the ball has been in Snead's hands, the decision making has been a little bit better. I understand Bethea has to get points for MCS to be successful, but you got to find them in the correct way. And right now he's just forcing a little too much for me.
Jaheim Bethea on the line. No good on the first.
How to make free throws. Game like this. Shoot it.
Imhotep leading 18-16
Trent
with
Middleton.
6:15 left in the second quarter.
Oh no. Jaheim Bethea missed both. Offensive rebound. Oh, he
Hadir
gives it away.
Boswell
Hadir
pulls down the
Boswell.
offensive rebound and then throws it away. Good effort by the 6'4 senior.
Trent Middleton hasn't been able to find the bottom of the basket, but
We talked about MCS's depth, Marcos. He is really at a different lineup right now.
he's on his bench. He's in his bench. He's definitely in his bench.
We got
Barno to the
Nair
rim
Poplar.
and one. Ramir Barno showing that he's a veteran. He's been through a lot of these games, so this is definitely not his first rodeo. Gets all the way to the rim and finishes at the rim.
Ramir Barno has been a facilitator this game. He took 2 early threes that didn't go and have one drive to the basket. That was his first time he really got himself a clear lane to the basket and was able to finish. See if he can convert the 3-point play.
Talk about both pennies here. You got both Trent Middleton and Barno. Trent Middleton got the assignment, that Justin Edwards assignment, which is a tall task. I think that's going to take up a lot of his energy, but I do feel like he's a Division I player. I think there's some people that are missing on that. I had a chance to coach him over the summer. Kid's really, really tough kid, coachable, takes direction, really hard-nosed defender. As you can see, they put him on the top 20 player in the country to start the game. And Justin Edwards,
I like
outside
what
of
I've
those
seen
2
defensively
threes.
from Middleton so far. I'd like
Yeah.
to see him do a little more offensively. And Imhotep has turned up the half-court pressure. This has become a frantic pace right now
Looks like
for
they're
MCS.
looks like they're in a run and jump zone here. Oh, great
pass.
Good pass by Bethea, and one along the baseline.
I think MCS needs more of that from Bethea. Not so much put my head down, get to the rim.
No, I agree with you.
I think he needs to create and find the open man, because Imhotep's putting so much attention on him.
That's his 3rd assist, maybe his 4th. You know, you got to imagine if he takes away some of those shots at the rim, and he got
Another offensive rebound on missed free throw for
Pull it out,
MCS.
Jaheim. Good
Bethea
job,
with a good
Bethea.
decision.
Gets in the paint. That's
Oh,
where
oh,
blew the
layup.
bunny.
The big fella
Missed
blew
the
the
bunny.
layup.
Come on.
MCS is down 21-18. They have missed 3 free throws. They're 0 for their last 3 from the line. They have they've rebounded 2 of those misses, and they haven't been able to finish.
Haven't been able to convert on those short baskets. Got to finish those.
And I think Coach Diggs saw enough. He comes back with the big fella Deuce. He comes back with.
So I think this pace actually plays into MCS. 5:26, 18:21. I mean, typically Imhotep's putting 40 on the board by now.
Imhotep has struggled to score other than the 3 or 4 threes, and MCS has not taken advantage of the opportunity to bring this game to a tie.
First 1-on-1, Trent Middleton triggers. Trent Middleton along the top three-point line, gets in the paint, gets it out to Bethea, gets it out to Nair Poplar.
He just stole a pass from his teammate.
Jaheim Bethea over to Trent Middleton along the right wing. Trent Middleton.
Oh, Crowley, great move.
In the paint.
Oh, he wasn't able to finish.
Just missed
the
it.
big fella.
Good defense by Bethea. Bethea's going to clean up some of those shots at the next level there. His coach at the next level is not going to allow him to shoot those shots. He's going to be a good player.
Middleton from long range.
Bethea with his 5th assist.
Big shot from Middleton, and we are tied with 4:30 to go.
In the left corner, it's 21-21. A little over 4 minutes to go. Justin Edwards with a clean screen along the top of the three-point line. No good. On the screen and throwback to Justin Edwards. 21-21,
Marcos,
4:24.
I touched on it, and 2 of the last 3 possessions, Bethea has been a facilitator, and MCS has pulled this game tied. And I just think that's the key for MCS going forward. I think Bethea has to put the scoring in his back pocket, and he needs to find guys.
The pressure is backed off from Imhotep. Bethea triggers 1-on-1 here against Barno. Look at Crawley inside, staring a hole at Crawley. Crawley along the left block, 1-on-1. Ooh, pass to the corner to Poplar, swings it around the wing. No good. Turnover by the young junior Jeff King leads to a fast break Imhotep basket. Jaheim Bethea along the right side. Crawley.
The fans here are on Coach Diggs. They want him to get the young fella Burton back in the game.
Turnover by Bethea on the reverse pivot.
Oh, you gotta love this. The fans just called the sub for Coach Diggs. They wanted the young fella Burton back in the game, and they got what they wanted. MCS with a 23-21. I'm sorry, Imhotep 23-21 with just under 3:38 to play.
Middleton's getting the toughest defensive task every possession. Good defense by Crawley. Stays here.
I'll tell you what, Middleton is a D2 special. He would be a nightmare of a combo guard in a good Division II school.
Oh, yeah, if he was playing for you. Yeah. We're going to give him that one. Yeah. We're going to give him that. Listen, he's guarded 6'8", top 20. He's guarded 6 foot. He's guarded 6'3". He's guarded 6'5".
I hear you. I really like the kid. I like him a lot. He would be. My point is, a D2 special is a steal. It's a steal. It's a steal at Division II.
You know, if you put Trent Middleton as a freshman at the Division I level, yeah, he probably doesn't belong. Trent Middleton as a junior at the Division I level, he's out there. He's weight room ready. He's coachable. He's got no questions in the classroom. He's got no questions socially. I think somebody.
Well, what's going on with his recruitment? If you coached him this summer, why isn't his recruitment a little bit higher?
COVID killed kids.
Or a little more active, I should say.
COVID killed kids. There was no evaluation his entire middle of his sophomore year, all the way through his junior year. And then, coaches were coming out. They were sending 2 of their, 2 staff members out. They weren't sending their full staff out. Head coaches were afraid to go out. They had to keep one guy with the players back home on campus. it killed guys. And even now, guys can't come out. Are you going to risk one of your coaches going out to recruit a kid and bringing home COVID? It's killing kids. It really is.
Well, Holy Family's here. They're triple teaming somebody here today. My old stomping grounds and my old buddy Ryan Heggs here with the whole gang. His whole gang is here.
Staff.
The whole coaching staff is here.
Yeah.
COVID or no COVID, they need players.
No question. No question. That's a short drive over from Holy Family. You got Asim Burton on the line here for the one-on-one. You can hear people talking about him on the sideline. The sophomore, I think this kid's growing up right in front of our eyes. Makes the first.
If you had to ask me who's been the key for MCS outside of Deuce Crowley, I would tell you it's this sophomore, Asim Burton.
No question.
He looks the part, long arms, good stroke, good decision making, plays the game the right way.
No question.
I like everything about him. And he's got his own cheering. He got his own section here. He got his own fan section. He must got 17, 18 cousins here today.
Trent Middleton again on the switch. Now he's guarding Edwards again. I mean, he's like a utility defender here for MCS. Ramir Barno working his way along the baseline. Nothing there. Good defense by MCS. Bottled him up. Ball stays here. Kick ball along the baseline.
Coach Diggs is staying with number 11, Jeff King III. Not familiar with his work, and so far he's been a non-factor on the offensive end. Maybe he's going to give him something on the defensive end.
Mo Abdullah for three, no good. Offensive rebound for Raphael. The Gannon commit for Coach Kelvin Jefferson. Mo Abdullah with the ghost screen to the wing, no good. Khalif Crawley with the rebound. Big rebound for MCS here with a chance to tie it up with 2.5.
For MCS.
Let's see what they get.
We got to run something. We got to go through the big fella.
Crawley with the screen along the top. Asim Burton with the ball. Gets in the paint.
Oh, young fella, good look.
Down inside to Crawley. Gets hit, no call. Up again. No call. Referee, I think, swallowed his whistle on that first attempt there.
This is the Philadelphia Public League. They earn your fouls
question.
around here.
No question.
Coach Diggs wants a timeout. 2:16 left in the half. Imhotep leading 25-23. Coach Noble has a few words for the official. Little concerned, it looks like, by Deuce Crowley's physical play underneath the rim. He's going to all three officials, Marcos. Coach Noble's usually a calm guy, but he's talking about 2 elbows, it looks like, from Deuce Crowley. I don't know. They've been letting things go on both ends. I'm not sure there's much to complain about here.
I don't think they're going to call it. They're not going to give him the foul on the hit. Then they're not going to give him the foul on the dislodge. No. This pace really plays into MCS because they haven't been able to put together a real run. You know, they've made a couple threes back to back, but MCS is, you know, the biggest deficit has been 8. They're really playing their pace. John Dennis yelling instruction while Lonnie Diggs has a conversation with the official. MCS to inbound in a box set. Looks like Bethea will be the inbounder. Got Khalif Crawley on the weak block. Got Trent Middleton on the strong block. Asim Burton on the weak side elbow. Along with number 2, Hamid Sneed. Asim Burton to the corner. MCS now in a line, inbound. Crawley being the last punch guy. Crawley with the catch along the left block. Trent Middleton for 3, no good.
Middleton with a good look there off of the dribble handoff from Deuce Crowley.
Asim Burton with the cheap foul on Justin Edwards.
Well, let me just tell you this, Marcos. That foul should be credited to Coach Noble. He worked those 3 officials, and he just picked up a cheap one to send his team to the line for a 1-and-1.
No question. No question.
Not to mention his best shooter.
No question. Asim Burton's got to know not to foul there, though. You know,
He's a young fellow.
MCS has had 4 fouls like that on just ticky-tack fouls after the guy gets the rebound. They've got to know to get back on D. Justin Edwards with the made free throw.
Justin Edwards with the look to the crowd after that made free throw.
Imhotep with the sub, number 35, seeing his first action of the game, Amari Hunter. Coach Noble, I think, has used 6 guys off the bench here. Ahmad Noel still not in. He picked up his second foul early in the second quarter.
Knowing Coach Noble, he won't play the rest of the half. Imhotep stretched it back out to a 4-point lead. MCS, see if they have the answer.
Against Raphael. Amir Burton gets by him. Oh, pull up in the lane, no good. Offensive rebound for Amir Burton.
Double dribble. Absolutely. Very good call. Very good call.
22.
Again, Coach Diggs is taking Deuce out of the game. I'm not sure what's going on, if he's fatigued. He only has 1 foul, my count.
Barno to trigger, to Edwards along the top, to Raphael, the handoff, to Barno along the left wing. Screen at the top, hits the corner. No good. Trent Middleton with the strong rebound.
Wow, he went up and snatched that one.
Trent gets in the lane.
Got to make a good decision here for MCS.
Hits Boswell.
Can't have an empty possession.
Boswell with the screen along the top. Trent Middleton gets in the
Good kick out.
to Amir Burton. No good. Foul inside.
What do we have here? Oh, they're going to call offensive foul on number 22. Hadir Boswell shoved him out of the way, got the offensive rebound.
I had a chance to coach Hadir also over the summer. Hadir's got to be a little bit better than that.
The officials are confused here. This should be a one-on-one for Imhotep. Oh, there are 10 fouls. That's MCS 10th foul. So that will put Imhotep in the double bonus with 1:13 remaining in the half, leading by 4.
3 really good officials. I gotta say they haven't missed many,
and they've controlled the game. These are 3 veterans.
Yeah, these are probably.
We have an assistant coach up right now. I'm very shocked. We're listening to that. Yeah, Johnny Dennis is up. He is really upset. And now the fans are getting involved. Everybody had an opinion on who the shooter was, but the officials are going to stick
Yamir Satterfield here on the line.
The officials are going to stick with Satterfield, the lefty.
With 2 shots. No good on the first. I say it's been a fun game. Second shot's good for Yamir Satterfield. He's in the book. Amir Burton, the inbound to Bethea. Imhotep's pulled the pressure off the half court. Let's see if we can see him run and jump here in the last minute 13. Chauncey Presley back in along with Poplar.
No Crowley with only 1 foul. I'm not really sure what the thought here, being down 5 with a minute and a half to go with Coach Diggs. I don't know. We're coming up on a minute now.
Chauncey Presley along the baseline. Stopped. Ball's tipped, deflected. We're staying here.
MCS has on a number of occasions tried to drive baseline, and Imhotep has been really good with that short corner trap.
Close that off right away. They take that away right away. Trent Middleton working along the right wing, behind the back, hits the corner. To Bethea. I'm sorry, to Poplar.
You spoke too soon, Marcos. You spoke too soon. Talking about the officials, he just blew that one.
Yeah, I don't think
that
that
was
was a charge.
Absolutely not a charge. The guy was under the basket. You have to have a sense as an official. I know we don't have the arc here in the PIAA or the public league, but that was absolutely not an offensive foul.
Justin Edwards with the flat ball screen along the top. Barno to trigger. Flat ball screen for Edwards. Looking to peel back. Barno with the pull up. No good. Long rebound. Trent Middleton
snatched it.
Trent Middleton. Guys.
Out in transition.
Out with the pass
Great
to Bethea.
pass.
Out to Chauncey to Bethea.
Oh, wow.
And 1. Trent Middleton, RC, the guy's rebounded at 6'2". He's guarded. You know, he hasn't had his shot to fall, but look who he's getting on defense.
Well, he has the 1-3 in the corner. Stroke looks good. That was a ridiculous rebound after a terrible decision by Middleton. They went back to the zone. They went back to the 2-3. He leaked out and then went back and snatched it. Great recovery. But again, MCS cannot convert at the foul line.
MCS has had to have missed 6 free throws like that.
Easy.
They're down
Easy, Marcos.
3 when they've missed 6.
Down 3, and I think there might be 2 for 7 from the line.
And they missed the front ends. They missed 2 front ends. Those kill you. That's an empty possession after a foul. That kills you. Justin Edwards along the baseline. They're looking for him. Couldn't get him. Barno to trigger. Bethea on Barno. Ended it. Ooh, no good. We're going at the half.
MCS
28-25.
MCS did a good job there at the end of the half. The lead started to stretch a little bit for Imhotep. He made a couple substitutions. They weren't able to finish on the end here, but they go back and they switch defenses twice on back-to-back possessions. They switch defenses in the middle of the possession, confuse Imhotep, and force a long, really unmakeable shot from Barno.
No question.
And right now, you got Imhotep up 28-25 at the half. What are you seeing, Marcos, from MCS that concerns you and that gives you hope that they can come back in this one?
I got to tell you, I think having Crawley out the game to end that quarter, I think could have hurt them. I think that could have gave them a couple extra possessions at the rim. I do feel like Bethea's play in the second half is going to be the key to MCS's attack. I think he's got to find this shot in the second half. Also, getting Crawley some more shots along the baseline, I think will help them. How do you feel about the pace? Who do you think, the pace, who do you think it plays into?
I think the pace is right for MCS.
Yes.
I don't think Bethea has played at the right pace all the time. And I think they had, an opportunity to take the lead on multiple possessions where they just forced shots by putting their head down and throwing it up at the rim. And then when they were playing that fast, a number of times they were able to draw fouls, but they go to the foul line and at the start the half, to end the half, they were 2 for 7. Burton was the only one that converted 2 for 2.
No question.
The other guys went to the line and came up empty. So they left a lot of points at the line. I think the pace favors MCS. However, the pace that Bethea has been playing at on a few possessions has given Imhotep some runouts and some unbalanced attacks.
Yeah, if we talk about the next level, right, I think with media timeouts and I think with the coaching, I think Bethea's going to slow down. I think he's going to be, and he's going to have some guys that have a little bit more experience. I think they're going to get him off the ball. They're going to get him punched. He's going to get rid of it, and I think he's going to replace. I do think that's going to, hopefully, I think that's going to translate to the next level because he does get separation, and when he does pass, he does make good decisions. He had a couple of passes.
He had 5 assists in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, if we could just, and I think he's pressing a little bit. He's trying to, it's a rivalry. I think he's trying to, show people that he's as good as those other guys, and I think he is as good as those other guys. I just think his decision making has got to be a little bit better. You're absolutely right.
Well, I think the keys for the second half are this for me. I think Imhotep being able to score the ball in transition and their pressure defense. That for MCS, I think it's Bethea's decision making. And I think Middleton and Burton have to go score the ball, and they can't have Crowley on the bench for a 2-minute stretch.
No. It's been fun. Fun first half.
Fun first half. We'll be back in the second half.
We get a break.
What's up, man?
My brother, how you doing?
Hey, I really want to thank RC and Marco because these guys, I've been listening to their broadcast and they have really provided a lot of insight. So I hope that the viewers can really understand. Marco's a little bit technical with the strong side, weak side. Everybody may not understand that, Marco.
Yeah, they understand. Don't give them guys credit, man.
But we're going to take a break here. This little spot right here is sponsored by Little Trent's Grill and Pizzeria, located at 1501 North Broad Street in Philadelphia, PA. It's the absolute best pizza in Philadelphia. whenever you coming down here, you visiting MCS, Ben Franklin, or Temple, or anytime you're in this region, Center City, North Philadelphia, please stop by and visit my sponsor, Trent's Little Trent Grill and Pizzeria, 1501 North Broad. Best pizza in the world. Now, I have a guest here. And you know, I'm really big on full disclosure. So, this is my man. I talk to him all the time for years now. And he's one of the guys, you know, I think now is a good time to mention, we've had some losses. You know, we lost Paul Gripper. We lost Don Polk over in Camden. So we're losing some of the older guys that have been in the trenches with the kids. And I feel a little bit better about it because guys like my next guest are here trying to fill the void. Tashi Carr, University City, Mount Zion, Iowa State, St. Joe's, overseas, and now he has his own gym. Tell him where your spot is located.
1901 West Tioga City Athletics. It's really a safe haven for all young kids. We do a lot of training there, mentoring, after-school programs. Every other Friday, we have hundreds of kids in there just trying to provide for the community. So aside from just the basketball stuff, it's essential, you know, that we just, you know, help the young kids in the community. And we're located 1901 West Tioga, right in the heart of North Philly. We're asking anybody to come through, show love. Anybody wants support, come through, show love.
I have been there on multiple occasions, as always. Kids on every basket, working hard, but working with a purpose. She will stop the play and try to give you some of that good instruction. Y'all know, like Sonny Hill used to do. Now, let's ask, you know what the people want to know, Sheed. Sheed has assumed responsibility for the development of undoubtedly the highest ranked young player in our region, Mr. Ahmad Knoll. He spent his freshman year down in Memphis, Tennessee, where he played well enough to be designated as a top 25 player in the nation by ESPN. He decided to come home, and they, as a team, the mom, Ahmad, and she decided to enroll him at Imhotep. How's that working out for you, brother?
Man, I will say, man, so far so great. I want to give kudos to the guys over there, man. Start with brother Andre. Definitely some personable guys, man. What I've learned about brother and his staff is they're very humble guys, good character guys. I love the school, so you know I'm a guy for whatever is best for the kid, and whatever makes the kid happy. I just try to support that. So I'm very satisfied with that move to Imhotep so far.
You have to be pleased with the schedule that they put together. These guys are going up against some of the best teams in the country, in addition to this good local competition. Talk about that.
You know, that was honestly one of the reasons why, you know, we ultimately decided on Imhotep in the area. Is undoubtedly they play the best schedule around the area for the last, you know, years, probably a decade or so, and it's tough. I mean, you know, we got a tough MCS matchup in the second half. They are all dogs, and if we come out and we're not dogs, we will lose this game. So it's hard to look ahead, but we have three tough ones. Literally, we have three nationally ranked teams coming up: St. Francis, IMG Academy, and Oak Ridge Academy out of Florida. So I'm pleased with the schedule, but we got to play. You know, when you talk about playing nationally, which I've done, you know, several times at Mount Zion, it's another level of competition. So if our guards go in there and get combined 12 points and 12 turnovers, we will lose some of them games.
So give me a prognostication for the rest of the season. You see Imhotep winning the pub and winning yet another state championship. What level are they competing at this year? 4A, 5A?
I believe 4A.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I think that's going to be like easy for them when it comes down to it, but it should be. I mean, the caliber of players these guys got compared to everybody that they'll play against in a public league is not the same. So, I mean, anything other than a public league championship and a state championship is just not a great year.
Hey, they got about 4 billion of them, so I'm in agreement. Well, Sheed, we really appreciate you coming over. But again, before I let Sheed go, I want to let everybody know, this segment was possible because of the support from sponsors like Little Trent's Grill and Pizzeria, located at 1501 North Broad Street, Philadelphia, PA. He's the best. I'm telling you, the man came over here and we worked out a sponsorship agreement. It took him about 30 seconds.
He the man.
I really respect and appreciate that.
Hey, in addition, man, shout out to Burnley the family too. You see it on the logo. Burnley the family, man, saving kids' lives, changing kids' lives, helping to build leaders for the future. Thank you, Dell, for having me.
Full disclosure again, Charlie Ice, Kojak, and Mike Watkins. These is my guys. We done did some things. Mike got a degree sitting at home on his wall. I'm telling y'all, Born Leader made that happen.
Yes,
I appreciate you, Sheik.
My man.
All right. Back to your regular announcement.
Second half ready to start here. Today's officiating crew: John Carew, Arthur Gilliam, and Frank Hart.
Now you giving them names because you praising them, or you want people to go find them and holler at
No, they're doing a great job.
them? Okay.
They're doing a great job. The officials are doing a great job.
Marcos can keep saying they're doing a great job. They had a couple hiccups there at the end of the half, Marcos.
They get a couple. We all get a couple. You get a couple, RC.
If you're going to ref in a big game, then you better be sharp.
I hear
you better
you.
be
I
sharp.
hear you. Well, I think one missed one and the other missed one, so they get one. They get one.
Start the half here. We're going. Both teams going with the same starting lineups. It'll be Imhotep's ball coming out. Marcos, take it away.
Barno to trigger. Noel into Barno. Presley got the cover on Barno. Looks like we got the same starting five from both sides. Travel by Barno along the top. MCS to trigger. Presley with the inbound.
I tell you what, I don't think that's the way that Coach Noble wanted to start the half, and I don't think any question it was a travel. Barno a little out of control there.
Bethea to trigger along the top. Into Amir Burton. Burton to Presley. Trent Middleton trying to get open. Presley, pressure from down to Amir. Amir with the pull-up. Just off.
God, he's smooth, man. I really like the young fella,
Barno
Amir
all
Burton.
the way into the paint to Justin Edwards, blocked by Crawley. Stays here.
You gotta have that loose ball for your MCS. That's the 50-50 balls, and when you're trying to pull off an upset like this, and I know MCS is a storied program and a staple in the public league and the state, but Imhotep is
Defending
loaded
state
this
champion.
year with three top 100 players. You have to have every 50-50 ball.
Ahmad Noel
forcing
blocked
a little
by
bit.
Amir Burton. Got a piece of that. Bethea to trigger. Gets in the paint. Into Middleton along the right wing. Screen by Crawley. Ghost screen by Crawley. Inside. Got hit. Couldn't get the finish. Going to the line for two.
You know what's funny? It's amazing what has happened for MCS when they allow Deuce Crowley to take time, get himself situated, deliver the ball on time, and let him go to work. Imhotep, yes, they're big, yes, they're athletic, at two spots with Edwards and Aglin.
Crawley good on the first.
Nobody out here can contend
No
with
question.
the strength and the skill of Deuce Crowley.
Couldn't agree with you more, RC. You got the call on that. I think that's the key. That's going to be the key for MCS. Deuce with the second. No good on the second. Rebound to Chad Anglin. Gets it to Barno on the right wing. Barno with the stop-and-go dribble in the pull-up in the lane. No good. Crawley with the rebound. Lost it. And foul. Mo Abdullah gets the loose ball and gets himself to the line.
Again, what did I just say, Marcos? 50-50 balls. That ball,
They haven't got
ball
many.
came off the rim. Crowley and Middleton were there. Neither one of them could come up with it. Mo Abdullah grabs it, and then Crowley picks up a cheap foul, and Abdullah goes to the line for two. They're the balls you have to have if you're going to win a game like this.
Mo Abdullah good on the first. Mo Abdullah is a rider commit.
That's a really good get right there.
That's a great get
I like
for
him.
Ryder.
I like it. I like his pace. I like his stroke. I like his effort at the defense end of the floor. He
No
certainly
good on the
could use a
first.
weight room, but I'm sure they'll get him in there.
Trent Middleton with the strong rebound again. I think Trent Middleton is leading MCS in rebounding. Bethea to trigger
Here's
on
the
the
ball
right
screen
wing.
again.
Over to Trent Middleton. Trent Middleton hop step in the lane, jump stops, gets it over to the other side. Chauncey Presley gets along the baseline, fouled along the baseline. Chauncey got stopped there, and he got lucky with a foul on Imhotep because I didn't think he had many options.
Well,
Bethea
here
to trigger.
again, I'm not going to pick on these guys. They're doing a great job. That ball went out of bounds. Just give the ball to MCS.
Amir
No
Burton,
reason for a foul.
No good along the baseline. Ramir Barno gets in the paint to Mo Abdullah along the right wing, and it's good.
Mo Abdullah has 3 threes in this game, and they've all been off great penetration, kickouts. His feet have been planted. He's been set, and he's drilled all 3 of them. I love the kid's confidence.
Hit a trigger, no good.
There we go again. What did I tell you about Bethea?
Mo Abdullah. Ramir Barno to Ahmad Noel, back to Barno on the top, to Justin Edwards along the right wing. They're going to skip it around the top
Lonnie
like
Diggs
that.
needs a timeout here. Back-to-back threes from the same
he
spot.
gets one.
2 different guys, wide open.
This-
The effort on the defensive end. And here's my point, Marcos. The effort on the defensive end was lackluster, to say the least, because again and again during this game, Bethea has forced the issue on offense. 1-on-3, 1-on-4. Bad decisions lead to easy baskets, wide open threes for Imhotep, and they stretch the lead out to 35-26.
Yeah, I think Imhotep just passed it around the horn there way too easy. There was no contest. All those passes were pass, wide open shot. I mean, if they're going to get those passes, it's going to be a long night for MCS.
And what I'm saying, it's the idea. This is the idea. And whether any coach or player believes it, it absolutely is the truth. Absolutely. When someone comes down on one end, takes a selfish shot or makes a selfish play or a bad decision, everybody else has this kind of sigh and shrugging their shoulders and come down, and they're not going to play as hard. I know it shouldn't be that way, but it's been that way today for MCS. Every time someone has taken the ball to the basket out of control and it's been a wild shot or a turnover, they've come down the other end, and Imhotep's got something easy because of the defensive intensity.
Yeah. Bethea to trigger here into Chauncey Presley. Chauncey Presley swings it around the horn to Trent Middleton. Middleton working. Amir Burton comes off, couldn't get off. Trent to trigger. Justin Edwards gets the assignment. Over to Bethea. Bethea along the right wing. Hits Presley. Presley with the stop and go. Pull up jump shot. No good. MCS has got to run a set here. Ahmad Noel brings it into the front court. Stop and go. Gets into the paint. And it's good.
Wow.
And just like
Ahmad
that,
Noel
we got an
was
11-point
Ahmad
lead
Noel
for
was
Imhotep.
determined on that drive. He hasn't been able to get himself going today, but a nice drive and a kiss off the glass.
Bethea to trigger. Over to Presley. Over to Trent. Middleton. Middleton guarded by Mo Abdullah. Gets all the way into the paint. Jump stop. Reverse pivot. Pull up jump shot. Sweet shot. Sweet shot.
Oh, we got a bet here in the front.
The fans are
we got
getting
a bet.
into it here. Trent
we got
Middleton
a bet here in
here.
the, fan,
Trent.
in the stands.
Trent with the cheap
Trent
foul.
Middleton has set off fireworks here in the stands with a big-time fadeaway jumper in the lane. That kid has really, really impressed me today.
The cameraman's trying to cause some problems. Imhotep up 9 with the ball. Chauncey Presley guarding Barno. Trent Middleton guarding Justin Edwards. Justin Edwards gets into the paint. Travel. Trent Middleton he's got his hands full.
Marcos. But down the other end. It was very, very good offense from MCS, leads to a bucket from Middleton. They come down this end and they force a turnover. It's simple,
Yes.
Marcos, it's simple.
No question.
Stay solid on offense and your defense will hold up.
Middleton gets the chance to trigger here. Justin Edwards gets the assignment. Trenton Middleton gets separation at the top. Referee breaks the clock. Over to Amir Burton at the top. Chauncey Presley trying to get open, couldn't get open. Trenton Middleton along the left wing. He's got Crawley as an option. Crawley into the paint. On that left block, Crawley working. Pull up jump shot for Crawley, no good. Trenton Middleton with the tip, no good. Justin Edwards with the strong rebound. Barnard along the right wing. The trigger gets into the lane, blocked by Amir Burton. Over the back foul on Chad Anglin.
Imhotep
38 left.
Imhotep
up
up
9.
37-28 with 3:38 in the third.
The Philadelphia fans, they'll tell you how they feel.
Deuce Crowley really tried to get to his left shoulder on that last possession.
And Anglin did a good job.
I thought he could come back over his right and get an easy layup, but he forced his way to his left and it didn't convert.
Amir Burton over to Bethea. Amir Burton along the baseline. Pull-up jump shot, and it's good. Amir Burton, ladies and
Sophomore's
gentlemen.
been very, very impressive. He's handling the ball, he's making good decisions, and he has a really nice stroke.
Ahmad Noel triggers, screen along the right wing, pull-up jump shot, and it's good.
Ahmad Noel with a big three.
Big three for Noel. Big three for Noel. He's making
Imhotep
his
stretches a
presence felt.
lead. Imhotep stretches a lead out to 40, 30, 10-point lead, under 3 minutes here in the
Amir
third.
Burton, a trigger over to Bethea. Lonnie Diggs having a word with the official, calls a timeout. Lonnie Diggs is upset about something. The Philadelphia fans letting you know how they feel. Our cameraman's trying to cause a problem.
They are out here.
You know what? The fans are knowledgeable in Philadelphia. They're not just talking stuff. No, they're knowledgeable. They're not. She's spitting. She's spitting game right now.
No, she's spitting knowledge. She's spitting stats.
No question.
She's talking about turnovers. Should he have the ball in his hand? Shouldn't he have the ball in his hand? Listen, the young fellas, I love these guys over here. The crew's been together forever. They're here supporting MCS. She's with Tep. And she is not trying to hear it.
And she's giving the kids credit. She is giving the kid credit. The kid's good.
But she's not trying to lose the argument either.
No, she's definitely giving some facts out there. Middleton, Crawley, Presley, Burton, and Bethea for MCS. Raphael, Edwards, Noel, Mackay Taylor, and Barno for Imhotep. 2:55 to go in the third quarter. 30-40 Imhotep.
A lot of confusion here. Not sure what the argument's about. John's up over there on MCS's bench. He's screaming at somebody.
Bethea to inbound.
We got to get this game back
Crawley
rolling
on
here.
a strong block. Barno guarding him. Over to Trent in the backcourt. Oh, that was a quick 5-second call for MCS.
Man, that was quicker than the CDC changes the guidelines. Holy smokes.
That was quick.
Holy smokes, slow down there, Mr. Official.
RC.
Oh, that's an easy one.
Offensive
That's an
foul.
easy
Come
one.
on.
Trent Middleton baits Edwards into a push-off.
Come on, Ahmad. Come on, Ahmad. Ahmad's got to know that the defender's going to flop on that. It's a one-on-one catch. Easy for the official to make that
Marcos,
call.
I feel like this is like a breaking point for MCS.
They got to score here.
They got to shrink. They got to cut into this lead, Imhotep lead, or they're in trouble.
Foul on the block by Barno.
The refs getting scared, so they blow the whistle. They trying to make sure everybody under control.
Line set here.
Our cameraman breaking it down for us with what the officials are
Bethea
getting
and Trigger into Crawley. Crawley, stop and go. Over to Bethea. Go screen. I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
I mean, Marcos, I'm trying. It's just every time there's a possession, there's a turnover. And he is the leader. He is the point guard. He's got to be better.
He'll get better. They're still in the developmental ages. They'll get better. He'll get better.
He's a senior. This is his last public league regular season. I'm talking about in the pub. I know he's going to be better in college. I can see he has great vision. He can pass with either hand. He just has to make better decisions and slow down a little bit.
No question. No question. Oh, Ahmad Noel with the beautiful move. Hits the top, no good. Couldn't get it to finish, but a great move by Ahmad Noel. You can tell why he's highly recruited. He can get his shot off whenever he wants. Good looking stroke. Bethea to Trigger. Over to Middleton along the right wing. Middleton brings it over to the front court. Middleton one-on-one. No count from the official. Poplar with the screen to Middleton. Middleton no good. Long rebound to Bethea.
The refs saw the MVP.
I missed the work call just now. Del Greco Wilson got me working, and I missed the work call.
Bethea with an aggressive drive there, gets himself to the line, chance to cut into the lead.
Bethea no good on the line. Is he 0 for 4? 0 for 3?
He is 0 for 4 with one of those being a front end of a 1-and-1. You can't be a point guard and come up empty at the foul line.
Here's his second. No good. 0 for 6 from the line for Bethea. Trent Middleton, pressure in the backcourt. Bethea, pressure in the front court. Gets in the paint. Good. And one. And just like that, we got a 12-point lead for Imhotep with 1:59.
There's been too many empty possessions for MCS here in the third quarter, and Imhotep is just taking control and has a chance to stretch this lead out to 13.
I don't think Crawley's gotten a touch in the second half.
He did. He got a touch on the
Yes,
right
he did.
block,
He didn't go over to his left shoulder.
and
You're
he
right.
had a drive on the right. But now he's on the bench, and I don't know what the thought here for Coach Diggs is, because he's the one guy that can calm the offense down.
Over to Chauncey Presley. Chauncey gets stopped along the baseline. No good with the reverse layup. Barno to bring it into the front court. Barno over to Noel. Noel working at the top. Good move up top against Presley. No good at the rim. Poplar with the rebound. Lost it to Ahmad Noel. Ahmad Noel over to Mo Abdullah. Raphael over to Barno. Barno to Trigger on the right wing. Bethea gets the cover. Barno with the triple threat. No good. Throws it to Mo Abdullah at the top. Mo Abdullah for three. No good. Poplar with the rebound over to Bethea. Bethea to bring it into the front court. Gets it to the wing. Presley for three. No good. Rebound by Trent Middleton. Good for Middleton. Middleton with the offensive rebound and put back.
The pace is frenetic right now, and the officials are going to start getting involved.
Trent
That's
Middleton
a careless
with the foul
foul by
on the
Middleton
sideline.
after a great offensive rebound put back. Imhotep still holds an 11-point lead with 57 seconds left, 43-32.
You gotta imagine, MCS got to get Crawley back in this game. Bethea gets the assignment on Barno.
MCS has to get a stop and a score here to end the quarter.
20, Yamir Satterfield with the ghost screen along the baseline. Mo Abdullah stopped along the baseline. Great D by Poplar. Trent Middleton in the right corner. It's going up for three, and it's good for Trent Middleton. Trent Middleton closes the gap to 8.
Great decision by Bethea. Got himself in transition. Middleton ran the right wing. He found him for a 3. We got an 8-point game.
Barno over to Ahmad Noel to trigger.
That's an offensive foul.
With the offensive foul.
I could see it coming.
Yamir Satterfield.
The question is this.
Offensive foul
okay,
on
Marcos,
the baseline.
let's talk about, we praise these guys. We put them in the rankings. They're top 100 this, top 100 that. There is 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We do not play with the shot clock here in the public league. You are up 8. Ramir Barno
Amir
and
Burton to
Amir
trigger.
Noel have to control that ball and get the last shot of the quarter. They
Amir
have to.
Burton, 10 seconds to go. Over to Hamid Sneed to Jaheim Bethea. Jaheim Bethea over to Poplar. Last second shot, no good. Empty possession there for MCS. They've got to get a better look than that. They looked really panicked right there as the clock was running down. They didn't get organized. I thought Bethea was trying to get a ball screen, but when you don't have Deuce Crowley in the game, who's going to set the ball screen, Marcos? It's a quick switch. You're not going to get any action out of that. Anytime Crowley's not in the game, that's a quick switch. That plays right into Imhotep's hands. I mean, other than you're breaking a 5-second count, that's the only advantage you're going to get with a screen from MCS with Crowley's not in the game.
And let me go back to Bethea. And we've sat here and we've analyzed, we've watched, we've called this game. In the first half, when Imhotep jumped out to the lead, Bethea settled himself down, drove the lane, found people for layups. MCS cut into the lead, cut it to 2, tied it at 1 point.
Yeah.
Early in the third quarter, he was out of control again, not making a decision. The last 2 possessions, he goes and makes very good decisions,
yeah.
And they get the lead back to 8.
Yeah, RC, you've coached at a high level for a long time. You're absolutely right. I mean, you're not missing it at all. You're right.
His vision is so good.
Yeah.
His ability to pass, his passing ability. Yeah. Just make good decisions, and I think they're going to be able to keep this game close and have a puncher's chance to steal the win.
Question. They've missed at least 10 free throws, and they've been empty on at least 10 possessions. That should have at least been a shot. So you're absolutely right. An 8-point lead for Imhotep with those missed free throws, especially the front ends. Crawley not being in the game, and then some of those miscues, I think has really hurt MCS. The game should be closer.
So Coach Diggs leaves Poplar in the game with Sneed, Amir Burton, and Middleton takes Bethea out.
In the left corner, he's got Bethea on the wing. He's got Crawley with the wing. Middleton gets all the way to the rim. No call at the rim. Misses a bunny.
Middleton with an aggressive drive there. He has to finish, though, in the paint.
Abdullah in the right corner, sorry.
Oh, tough free. The little fella.
Hamid Sneed brings it all the way down, gets hit, no call. Gets it over to Trent Middleton. Middleton back to Crawley, to Middleton for 3, and it's good. Trent Middleton is a Division I player.
Trent Middleton with another 3, but the little fella, Hamid Sneed, with the big rebound and the drive, creates space for Middleton. Middleton puts it home, and MCS has climbed back into this game. Down 5 with 7:07 left.
Trent Middleton gets the defensive assignment, is down there rebounding and fighting, and he's making perimeter shots.
I like him a lot.
You're right, Division II steal, no question. Division II all-league, Division I player.
He can play in the America East, and he can certainly play in the Northeast Conference. That's for sure.
Great grades too. I gotta imagine some of these academic schools gotta be
Justin Edwards with
Trent Middleton with another rebound.
Edwards with a rare miss at the foul line.
Imhotep up 5. Hamid Snead over to Amir Burton. Trent Middleton coming off the ball. Oh, illegal screen. He got hit. Oh, offensive foul on Amir Burton.
I'm sorry. That's what I mean. Like when you ref a game at this speed, you've got to be better. That is not an offensive foul. He got pushed from behind. It was a push with the guy in the back. The guy taking the charge is irrelevant because Burton was pushed in the back.
No question.
That's a tough break for MCS.
Ramir Barno to trigger. Hamid Snead got the assignment. Ahmad Noel over to Mo Abdullah. Justin Edwards flashes hard to the baseline, and it's good. Trent Middleton to trigger.
I'll tell you what. Coach Noble has his note card or piece of paper over there folded. It got a little crazy there, a little sketchy. He called a play, and Imhotep executed to a T and gets a layup for Edwards.
Amir Burton, stop and go, back over to Trent Middleton. Trent Middleton gets all the way in the paint. Ooh, just misses Khalif Crawley inside.
Right look. The delivery was late.
Wasn't there. We saw Trent Middleton with that reverse.
He did it twice.
And pulled up the last time. That's this time looking to pass and just doesn't get it there. Barno to trigger. Jaheim Bethea gets the assignment. Amir Burton gets the assignment on Ahmad Noel. Ahmad Noel to trigger now. Over to Mo Abdullah on the left wing. Mo Abdullah with the hard baseline drive. Gets stopped. Runs into a brick wall from Crawley. Gets his own rebound. Misses again. Crawley with the rebound. And a foul inside.
The MCS crew is excited here, and they have reason to be excited, Marcos. You are not allowed to do that. That ball hit the side of the backboard. Mo Abdullah fell out of bounds, got up, and was the first one to touch the basketball. He is not in bounds. He has to get clear in bounds. He was not in bounds. And then Imhotep gets bailed out with a phantom grab on the other side of the floor. We've got to be better in big games.
Amari Hunter on the line for two. I'm sorry, 1-on-1. Misses the front end. Trent Middleton with the rebound. Trent Middleton, this has got to be his 10th rebound. Trigger, Jaheim Bethea up top. Jaheim Bethea gets separation, gets into the paint. Blocking foul. Now that could have been a charge.
That was close, but I also would like to see, that was one of those drives from Bethea where if he can just use his size and strength to gather himself on 2 feet, he can score that ball without putting himself at risk of getting a charge.
You know, that's what Jay Wright over at Villanova has taught for so many years from his guards, because I think he limits those certain situations just there.
Bethea looks to be grabbing his wrist, came down hard. I hope the kid's not hurt. I hope it's nothing serious.
We've got a sub here for the free throw shooter. He's hurt.
They're going to put Middleton at, no, I'm sorry.
Chauncey Presley on the line. The sub gets the 2 shots. Hopefully Chauncey can get these and closes the gap. Hits the first. 39-45.
Well, that's
Imhotep.
rare. That's rare. We finally had a free throw made here in the second half.
MCS has not helped themselves at the line today. Down 6, 5:30 left. Crawley back in the game.
Presley comes through big to bring this game back to a 5-point game for Imhotep.
40-45. Imhotep. Both coaches doing a really, really good job of this game. Barno to trigger. Presley gets the assignment.
Bethea getting attention on the bench, and instead of going with Snead, they go with Presley to see if they can give Barno a little bit of different look with a bigger defender.
Gets to the block. Ahmad Noel gets into the paint. Blocked by Crawley. Trent Middleton fights for the rebound.
Ahmad Burton and Ahmad Noel are
Hadir Boswell in for MCS.
Deuce Crowley picked up his third foul.
The fans here getting into it. 13, 13,
Our
Mikhail
cameraman
Taylor.
is dying to give that woman some airtime. I think we should just let her talk and we can comment on it.
Mikhail Taylor gets the second. No good on the second. Rebound to Chauncey Presley. Chauncey Presley brings it to the front court. Stop and go dribble. Splits the double. Jump stop. Trent Middleton in the corner. Into Crawley. Khalif Crawley face up. Jump shot. And it's good. Whoa, 4-point game, 4:43. We got a game, ladies and gentlemen. Barno, Ahmad Noel inbounds it to Barno.
The key there was Presley was able to
gets the
stay under
assignment.
control. Presley was able to stay under control, get the ball moving. They got it to the big fella and he delivered.
Fakes the handoff, back over to Barno. Barno fakes the pass, shoots it, no good. Great offensive rebound. Barno gets all the way into the, Wow.
They did not call it on Crowley, but my goodness, they're going to call it on somebody. And my goodness, I have no idea what we were looking at right there. That was a great drive by Barno and a great challenge by the big fella Crowley. Somehow they called a foul on my poor friend Hadir Boswell. I don't even know where he was.
RC.
Come on.
RC.
The ball never lies.
Barno with the miss on the
ball
first.
never lies.
He gets a second.
We got a 4-point game with 4 minutes, 19 seconds left here in North Philly. Oh man, buckle your seats. Buckle your seatbelt. Let's go.
Barno good on the second. 5-point game, 4:19 left. Jaheim Bethea back in the game.
Good to see Bethea back in the game, but he's still holding his right wrist.
Luckily, that's not his shooting wrist.
Hopefully, that's his decision-making wrist. And he makes good decisions down the stretch. I think Imhotep might be in some trouble here.
Imhotep in their usual man-to-man. Picked up at half court. Bethea working over to Middleton. Middleton trying to find Crawley along the baseline. Crawley gets pushed out. Crawley's in the corner. Handoff to Middleton. Middleton stop and go. Pull up, jumps out on the baseline, and it's good.
The stop and go from Middleton.
3-point game.
Him and Crowley played a two-man game on the left wing. And Trent Middleton hits him with the stop and go floater. This kid has had an unbelievable afternoon.
Listen, Trent Middleton is a Division I player. Listen, guys are missing it here. Official stops it, block and foul. Riding the ball handler a little bit too much. Is that a bonus? Oh, wow. Three-point game.
That would be
MCS.
That would be MCS 10th foul, and it would put Imhotep in the double bonus.
Ahmad Noel on the line here for two. 3:32 left. 44-47 Imhotep. Ahmad Noel, good on
48-44. Another at the
Mo
line
Abdullah.
for Ahmad Noel with 3:32 left, Marcos.
Mo Abdullah back in the game. Ahmad Noel knocks down
Ahmad
both.
Noel stretches it out to a 5-point lead for Imhotep.
Jaheim Bethea the trigger. Trent Middleton along the right wing.
Big possession here for MCS. I think they need to get in a two-man
Amir
game with
Burton with the
Middleton and
ball.
Crowley.
Middleton along the baseline. Crawley in the corner. Crawley for three. No
Imhotep
good.
shows zone.
Ahmad Noel brings it into the front court. Looking. Ramir Barno at the top. Ahmad Noel with the ball. Stop and go. Blocked by Burton. Burton with the push into the front court. He's got Bethea. He's got Middleton, and he gives it, and he turns it over to Edwards for the oop. And just like that, it's a 7-point game.
He blocked.
Under 3 minutes.
He gets his shot blocked on one end. Ahmad Noel sprints down the floor, takes it back from Burton, and then he gets the lob.
Bethea with the pull-up in the lane.
To Edwards for the flush.
5-point game, 2:30 to go. Barno to trigger. Bethea gets the assignment. Screen up top from Edwards. Ghost screen from Edwards. Looking to throw back. Edwards with the ball. Bethea gets the trigger, and it's a turnover.
Oh, he went too fast.
5-point game, 2:23 left.
Coach Noble wanted a two-man game with his two juniors, top 100 players, Edwards and Barno. They had it going, and Edwards went just a little too fast and unfortunately turned it over. 2:23 left, 5-point game. MCS.
Bethea the trigger. Amir Burton on the right wing. Trenton Middleton on the left wing. Carly along the left block. Amir Burton with the ball. Bethea empties out. Over to Chauncey. Over to Middleton. Middleton for three. This is big. Oh, halfway down.
That ball
and
was
just
all the way
out.
down.
Wow. It makes that shot. It's a different game. It's a one-possession game. Presley on Noel. Timeout for Andre Noble. That's a veteran timeout. Under 2-minute timeout.
Brother Andre's been here once or twice.
Yeah,
he knows what he's doing.
in the bonus.
The environment doesn't worry him.
It's not going to rattle him.
The crowd doesn't rattle him. He doesn't really get flustered. Calmly calls a timeout with 1:55 to go in a 5-point game.
Dre Noble huddles up with his staff. That's a coach's timeout. Under 2 minutes with the ball in the bonus. You can pretty much put him to bed here. He's going to give his team a defensive assignment. He's going to give him an offensive assignment for the possession. This right here takes him into the 1 minute. I mean, that's a great timeout.
Good timeout by Andre. I thought that MCS came down. I thought they had a chance. 5-point game. I'm sorry, 3-point game. 5-point game.
5-point game with a chance to put it to 2.
Lock,
Middleton
chance
makes
to
that
get
shot.
To 2.
Yeah.
With Middleton with the 3.
Yeah.
They've had a couple empty possessions. The last 4 possessions. 3 of the last 4 possessions have been empty for MCS. Only with that floater from Bethea.
Yeah.
They've had 3 empty possessions besides that, and Imhotep has a semi-comfortable 5-point lead with 1:55 to go.
You know, I think some of those decisions
The crowd,
in the first half and the missed free throws really
this is
hurt
why I
MCS.
love the pub. This is why I love the pub, and I love the people. The crowd to our left, some of them have moved over behind the MCS bench to give Coach Diggs some pointers.
I think some of those guys are alumni of MCS, so they've been through the wars.
I don't know if they're alumni or they're just basketball savants.
Noel over to Barno. Bethea on him. Presley tries to make the steal, no good. Ahmad Noel with the stop and go, and good.
The play. They ran a play. They got what they wanted. They get a layup.
Yep. Bethea over to Presley.
Imhotep in the zone again.
Hard flash into the paint. Presley jump stop into the paint. Into Middleton. Middleton with the basket along the baseline. Closes it to 5. Minute 23 left.
Back to a 5-point game.
MCS has got to get a stop here.
A double foul. He called a double foul, but this is what the official has. He's got a double foul. Ramir Barno
and Bethea.
And Bethea. A double foul with 1:17 left. Come on, just control the game. Let the kids play. Let them decide who wins and loses.
Justin Edwards fakes the inbound, fakes the handoff. Chauncey on Noel. Presley gets the assignment on Noel. He's got his hands full here. No call. Ahmad Noel with the pull-up. No good. Bethea with the
Big rebound by Bethea.
Minute 15. Bethea triggers. Oh, come on, Jaheim. Come on, Jaheim. Come on. Come on, Jaheim. Come on. Come on, Jaheim. Barno to trigger. Bethea on him. 1 minute left. Well, they can just.
Coach Noble just
bring the double. Barno
Coach Noble just
dishes off.
Coach Noble is going to
Barno.
lose his mind. He just told Barno and Noel no more shots. He was going crazy.
Timeout for MCS. Amir Burton has got to sprint with that ball all the way to the coach and call timeout. He can't walk it up with 47 seconds. That's, I think, where he's going to be able to make some strides. You can't walk it up, RC, when you got under a minute and have a lazy timeout call. You got to sprint that ball right to your coach, call a timeout so he can run a play along your sideline. Two-possession game here, 48-53. MCS.
But Coach Noble, let me touch on this. There is no shot clock.
No, the game's over.
He lets his players play, but when he wants something run, they need to find a way to run it.
Yeah.
And right there, I could hear him from all the way across the court. He said to Barno and Noel, no more shots.
No more
we
shots,
are not shooting the ball.
Yeah.
And Barno, a top 100
Fool's
player,
gold, yeah.
drives the ball down the lane and throws it away.
Yeah.
You have to understand the time, the score. You have to understand you're not playing with a shot clock.
Yeah.
Yes, it's boring. Yes, there's a minute left, and they want you to dribble the ball out. But just
Barno's got to make a better decision.
Don't allow
there.
the environment to dictate your emotions.
No question. Yeah, Barno's got to make
your emotions. Yeah. Pull the ball out, make them foul. You go to the line, make some free throws, go home with a win.
Barno's got to make a better decision there. Justin Edwards, Chad Anglin, Ahmad Noel, Mo Abdullah, and Ramir Barno for Imhotep, Chauncey Presley, Jaheim Bethea, Khalif Crawley, Amir Burton, and Trent Middleton. Trent Middleton for the three in the corner. Oh, no good. Barno, 30 seconds.
Coach Noble wants no shots. And they changed the score. That's not the score.
Here. I don't know what. They got a foul here. They got a foul here.
Why are they not fouling?
20 seconds.
Why are they not
fouling?
They like 30 seconds, Barno. You down 5. You got a foul.
There's got to be a miscue here because there should have been a foul 20 seconds ago. They didn't. They let way too much time run off the clock here.
A 5-point game. There was 39 seconds left, and they had
turnover.
Oh
no! Could have been a turnover. Referee bails him out and calls a foul on the inbound. Justin Edwards on the line with a chance to put Imhotep up 7.
You're going to be down 7, do it with 39. Not 16.
There had to have been a miscue there because the kids should have known that too, to foul. They know the time, they know the possession, they know what the score is.
Coach Diggs has won way too many games for
Justin Edwards with the miss on the first.
To allow Imhotep up 5 to run 20 seconds off the clock before
Justin
fouling.
Edwards misses both.
No
rebound.
And Anglin with a huge rebound.
And now
another foul by MCS, and that pretty much puts it away.
Chad Anglin with the huge rebound gives Imhotep a chance to stretch it to 7 with 10 seconds
just
left.
Scratching my head, Mark.
Ahmad Noel at the line here.
I'm just scratching my head because of the.
Ahmad Noel shows his maturity, way beyond his age, knocks down the first, stretches it to 6 with 10 seconds left to go in the game.
Just scratching my head with 39 seconds left why it wasn't a attempt at a steal and then an immediate foul when no one's really been making free throws here besides Ahmad Noel.
No question. You got the call, RC.
Ahmad Noel sophomore,
hits both,
steps
up 7.
Puts them up 7, pretty much ices the game.
And Andre Noble has a sub at the table, veteran move by the coach, slows down the pace, gets a chance for them to set their defense. Andre Noble is a college basketball coach waiting to happen. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen.
Very well played game.
Very well coached game.
I thought
Andre
MCS
Noble
had their opportunities, came up with too many empty possessions in a row, and they caught, they won they fell behind and couldn't make it up.
Ahmad, player of the game for both sides. Got to be Trent Middleton for MCS.
I would give it.
Ahmad Noel had a great second half.
He did have a good second half.
I mean, I think he's had 60% of their points in the second half.
Middleton had 17.
Middleton with a great game, 17 of 17 of 48 for Trent Middleton. Trent Middleton played a great game, ladies and gentlemen. What do you got for Imhotep, RC? The fans got the call. If MCS makes free throws, they win this game. They did not handle themselves on the line. If they make free throws, it's a different game. They unfortunately did not finish at the line, which I think really put them on their heels. Imhotep led wire to wire in this game.
We only had 2. Yo, get Justin. If we can get Justin. Justin and Middleton.
You got Justin Edwards for the player of the game for Imhotep.
These nut-ass coaches need to learn how to coach. They keep putting in the wrong motherfucking players. Keep this guy playing. Fuck that. Y'all keep letting these Westbrook get more time than motherfuckers. They don't approach the ball. They don't say shit. They just let everything go on. Until somebody get fucked up. When they out here about to fight, look to the floor. Correct that. That's how fights are. You want the brother nigga go on the court and leave it on this nigga. As soon as somebody get beat the fuck up, I'll take the nigga to their life. Every time Andre comes to the referee, he's fucking the locker. Like I told you, Pop Pop, you gonna have to motherfucking hold this fucking nigga. That's what the fuck you gonna have to do. Andre gonna tell you to say something.
I think they all won the second half, right?
When they turn out and say, you get trouble the fuck out, Andre don't play for me. Please don't play for me, the referee. Like I said, I ain't fuck you on all the balls way over here. You got a referee right there.
The fans are really into it. The fans are really into it. RC, what
Do
did
you
you think of the
expect
game?
anything less here in Philadelphia?
No shot. No shot. You know what though? Any college coaches that are watching, this is what you're going to get. You're not going to get a kid that's going to be rattled. You're not going to get a kid that's going to be afraid of the truth, and he's not going to be afraid of the atmosphere. No question about that.
I thought that MCS had it at the pace they wanted it at. I just thought at times they didn't play with good pace.
Crawley got no touches.
The second half, he had 1 touch in the post.
He got no touches.
And for them to win, I think they've got to play that pace to keep him, in the game.
No question.
And involved.
Yeah.
And defensively, I think they always have to be engaged. And today, when they had a bad offensive possession, defensively they weren't engaged. They weren't connected.
Yeah.
And Imhotep took advantage of it. You can't do that against a good team and a program like Imhotep. No. If you're not connected defensively, they're going to find the opening and they're going to find a way to score.
No question. Anglin did a really, really good job of pushing Crawley off the block in the second half. I don't think he got 2 feet in the paint the entire second half, RC.
I know he didn't touch it. He took 4 jump shots in the second half.
You got to credit some of that to Anglin pushing him out, but you also got to credit that Deuce has got to find his feet. He's got to find himself in the paint. He got to get 2 feet in the paint. That's where his bread is buttered. He's got to get to that.
I think if Deuce gets the better conditioned Deuce gets, the easier that will be for him.
Agreed.
I think he's skilled. I think he has good feet. He has pretty good hands. But I think he gets tired, and when you get tired, the first thing to go is your legs.
No question.
Well, the legs are the biggest thing when you're posting up. You have to have legs when you're posting up.
Without a doubt.
And if he can get in better shape, not that he's in terrible shape, just tighten everything up, I think his post game will take off, because I think he'll be a load to deal with on the block.
So I want your insight on Trent Middleton, because I think coming into this game, I don't think a lot of people had a chance to see him. The game in South Carolina they played last week, he played well in. That game wasn't live streamed. I think coaches are missing some opportunities to evaluate him. I've had a chance to really coach him. I've had a chance to coach him 40, 50 games over the summer. I got to tell you, I mean, the kid can do a lot. I mean, he can make shots. He gets into the paint. He rebounds. He defends multiple positions. I think guys are missing something there. I really do. I think he's a Division I player.
This is my first opportunity to see Trent Middleton. There's some things that jumped out at me about him. The first thing that he did was, Bethea was a little fast today. I know he's better than that.
Right.
When the ball got into Middleton's hands,
good things happen.
Everything slowed down. He wasn't in a rush. He played with great pace.
Great pace.
And when he had to make a shot, when Imhotep stretched the lead out to 7-8, twice he came up with big plays. The turnaround in the lane and the three in the corner.
Yeah.
He guarded two top 100 players, two totally different players.
No question.
A 5'10 guard
and a 6'7
monster. And a 6'7 wing.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to find many 6'3 guys that are capable of doing that. And he did it tonight. He showed me a lot. I'll certainly be back out to see him play. Like I said, I think he is a bona fide Division II scholarship guy.
No question.
He's an all-league Division II guy with some growth and development in his game, because obviously he's not a finished product. I think he has a chance to play in that MEAC, Northeast Conference, America East, that level. His ability and size warrant coaches coming to check him out.
Great student. I had a chance to talk to Stetson a couple of weeks back. Coach Donnie Jones down there likes him a lot. I think schools like Elon, I think schools like Lafayette, I think the academic schools, Bucknell, I think those academic schools should take a look. And typically they may not recruit the Philadelphia Public League, but he's a transfer from Carroll, I believe.
Yeah.
He's got great grades, great family structure, kid's coachable. I was in his butt all summer, and he took it. He clenched fists, bit his tongue. Probably wanted to sock me a couple times, but bit his tongue, took the coaching. I got to tell you, guys like that, they get better, RC. They're consistent. He consistently brings it. And guys like that, they get better. We're looking at a kid who's probably hasn't been coached all that much. We missed half the season last year. Couldn't have any fans. Didn't have any opportunities to get evaluated over the summer. I think, with the right evaluation, I think a coach is going to do well recruiting him. I really do.
Well, if all of that is true, and I'm not debating any of it, I'm not doubting any of it. If all of that is true, if his academics are in order,
great student.
If his academics are in order, his character is of the level,
without a doubt.
He needs to be recruited, and he should be recruited. I'm walking away from here, and I'm extremely impressed with his just his presence and his body language and his competitive nature. There's a lot of things to like about Trent Middleton.
He led MCS in rebounding and led them in scoring, and he's 6'3", and he guarded a kid that could ultimately end up at Kentucky. You're not playing at Bucknell. You're not playing Kentucky unless it's non-conference.
Right.
You're playing American and Lafayette.
He said he was going to send him out. It's taking a long time. I know I don't really.
We're trying to get Trent Middleton from MCS.
Can you get
and
Trent for us?
Justin Edwards from Imhotep.
Excuse me.
I got one.
You got one?
I'm sorry, man.
Great job from my man Trent Middleton here.
How you doing, Trent? How you doing, buddy? Good job. Sit down. Enjoy
Have a seat, son. Great job. Great job, son.
Trent, I know it's, I've been there. I know it's not easy, gathering your thoughts after a tough loss, especially in a rivalry game. Trent, this is the first time I had a chance to see you play. I just want to tell you that I think you did a terrific job. I think you controlled the pace. You helped settle everything down for your squad. Came up a little short today. Why do you think that was?
Honestly, I think they came out a little harder in the second half, and it was some things that we needed to do better. But we got time to get it back, get in the lab, work on it, and maybe we see them again.
Well, I thought that there was times in the game where their pace and their intensity overwhelmed you. But then I thought there was times in the game where you guys really got into them defensively, and I do agree with you. I think that the spurt in to start the second half is really what gave Imhotep some separation. What can you take away from this game that you think will help you guys obviously go through the pub here? It's just starting, and like you said, your ultimate goal is to play them in the pub championship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, first and foremost, it's a game of runs, so I understood that they may have some winning plays that may affect the game, and we may have some that may affect the game as well too. So honestly, I think we just need to see what we need to do, work on it so we can be ready.
The big fella, Deuce Crowley. Did you guys make a conscious effort to try to get him involved? It seemed like in the second half, Anglin did a heck of a job for Imhotep keeping him off the block. But you two ran a couple two-man game on the wing, ran a couple times you ran a two-man game on the wing, and you were able to produce some buckets. But for the most part, they kept him off the block. Was that something that was a concern for you guys? You need him on the block?
Yeah, we want to get him going inside out, get him some buckets from the inside, and reward him for playing good defense and rebounding.
Got you. Trent, so what's going on with recruiting right now? I know it's been hard with COVID, but talk to me a little bit about the schools you've heard from or the interest you have.
I've been getting interest from East Stroudsburg, Holy Family, Stetson U. I talked to Dell State before. I talked to some few schools, but it's picking up now that the season is going on. They're able to come out. It's picking up.
What's your goal with recruiting? What are you looking for? What do you want to stay home? Do you want to stay close to home? Do you want to go away? Is this D1 or bust, or is this best fit for you?
Best fit for me. I would like to go D1. I feel like I put the work in to go D1, but best fit for me. I'm willing to go anywhere. Well,
listen, I think you're a terrific player.
Thank you.
I certainly am a fan. I certainly will promote you to any college coaches I know. I wish you the best of luck, and we will see you soon.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Appreciate it.